Can you give us your name?
My name is Ed Weins.
All right, Ed Weins.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about this product that you have here?
Well, thank you for being here in our home this evening, by the way.
Thank you.
We are here celebrating Christmas, obviously, and we've gathered with a large cross-section of our local ASEA family. ASEA is a company that most people haven't heard of yet. We'll hear about more, but ASEA is in its 10th year, and it's a company. I actually got a phone call about this company 10 years ago.
All right.
And I had never heard of it. Of course, never heard. I'm not a science guy or a medical guy. My wife's a nurse, and so she's obviously looked at the science side of it initially. But I had good friends who would call me about it and invited me to Salt Lake City to look at it, and I just asked my wife to go. I said, "You're a nurse. You'll be able to figure this out, look at it." And so she came back and said, "Well, I signed this up." So that's when we actually got registered, but it didn't register with me just because I thought, brand new company, probably not going to be around in a couple of years. Saltwater from Salt Lake City comes out
right,
night, but not last night.
Right.
And but I kind of kept an eye on this company from a distance for almost 5 years.
Okay.
I kept in touch with my friends. I thought the company, when they had their second birthday and then they were 3 years old or 4 years old, I thought, okay, you don't survive in a business world that relies exclusively on word of mouth unless your product is worth talking about in a positive light.
I agree.
So when they were around for almost 5 years, and I began to hear the product stories, and my friends were doing very well in the business, I finally looked at it a little over 5 years ago when I kind of kicked myself for not having seen it earlier or embracing it earlier. But we've tried to make the most of it for the last 5 years, and it's been a blessing. ASEA is not another version of anything else on the marketplace. This is not a juice. It's not a vitamin. It's not a weight loss shake. It's not an energy drink. It's none of those things. It's built around a technology called REDOX signaling molecules, which if you've never heard of it, that's okay. Most medical professionals have not. There's a physician downstairs in my condo right now that is a huge family practice physician right here in North Carolina. He's a Duke University educated doctor, has a staff of 70 in his medical practice. He had never heard of this either. And he's a brilliant physician. What turned his head was when his grandson, his 13-year-old grandson, literally came back from the brink of death. He was at death's door at Duke for 50 days.
Oh, man.
And this product turned his health around, and that's what opened Dr. Rich Michael's eyes. And he is saying today what a lot of other health professionals around the world are saying, and this is not a slogan thought up by Madison Avenue. This is a slogan. It's a word. It's a phrase based on conviction by a lot of really, really smart people. They're saying that this is the greatest health science discovery of our lifetime. That's a big statement.
It's a big
kind of
statement.
an over-the-top statement. But these are smart folks that are saying it. They're saying it based on results and based on science and based on their convictions. And to them, it's not an exaggeration. So if you've never heard of this, don't feel bad. I hadn't either. Most of the world hasn't. But out of the thousands of companies that market products this way, we're one of the top 100, probably the top 75. We're in 30-some countries. We're no longer a startup company.
Right.
We have hundreds of thousands of people around the world. You're just hearing about it for the first time. And so it's worth your time and effort to find out more about this because you don't know anybody who can't benefit from this product. I sometimes show a little graphic at the beginning of a presentation. It's an illustration of 6 blind people trying to describe an elephant.
All right.
And the descriptions are all different depending on the part of the elephant that they're touching.
Definitely.
And I say
Okay.
that to say that ASEA is different things for different people. For people who think prevention, this is absolutely one of the best things you can do. My wife had a huge health challenge that most people don't survive 3 years after we begin using this product. We feel the preventive environment in her body helped her survive that. Some people have a health challenge. You may have, or you may know somebody that does. They need this product. We have athletes that are world-class athletes in every major sport, Olympics, all caliber of athletics that are saying this is the product that is safe and legal and effective and helps them perform better, recover quicker, go faster, do stronger things. It's an amazing product for fitness.
All right.
We have on the business side, we have people who get involved for all different reasons. Some people register just because they want to get the product at wholesale. That's smart. Some people want to maybe earn a little bit of supplemental income. Some people want to replace their income. Some people have big thinking, and they want to create legacy level income.
All right.
All of the above is possible. So whatever part of the elephant
Okay.
interest you, this can accommodate you.
All
The
right.
business is powerful, the product is unbelievable, unparalleled, and so you're privileged to be one of the very few in the world to be hearing about this at this juncture. And that can be a great opportunity if you indeed recognize the timeliness and the opportunity to take action. So that's my story.
That's good right there,
Talk to
man. Good. Come to find out that it start healing with the cells and all that.
Well, the research on this goes back to the early 90s, way before it was ever known as ASEA.
Okay.
And they began to experiment with a solution that's made from the same two ingredients. Your body, basically, all we are is cells. We're about 75 trillion cells in the body, all different kinds of cells: bone cells, blood cells, brain cells, skin cells, you name it.
It's all cells.
And every cell is like a little city, and there's a lot going on inside the cell. Part of what's going on is a power plant that creates the energy, and that's energy that we just have to have to function every day. And the process of creating that energy kicks out little molecules that science had always sort of dismissed them as kind of, they're not important. It's like the exhaust of the engine, no big deal. And it was discovered in the late 90s that those little molecules are important. They are the signaling molecules that help that cell communicate with every other cell in the body that it has to communicate with, and help monitor the ongoing vitality of the cell to signal diseased or damaged cells to be repaired or be replaced. And so that signaling environment is essential. But after we go through puberty, we begin to decline in our production of those molecules, so the signaling environment gets compromised. That's the effects of aging, both what we see on the outside and, of course, what we can't see on the inside.
Right.
We all can relate to that by, everybody's got one of these. You're using one right now.
Right.
And if you get in an area where the signal is bad, this powerful device cannot function the way it was made to function.
Right.
And the same is true in your body when the signaling environment is compromised. So the only way to supplement your supply, your naturally diminishing supply of those molecules, is with this product. There's no other way in the world. That's an exclusivity that's been tested. It's been tried. Of course, it's been tested scientifically, but now it's got 10 years of testing by real people all over the world, and they're saying this is what it's doing for me. Their animals are using it, and so when animals get benefit, that kind of takes the "it's all in your head" argument off the table. You
Right.
can't convince an animal to have a product experience,
Right.
and once they've had one, you can't talk them out of it. And so it's a cellular supplement that helps your cells do what God made your body to do.
Right.
The Old Testament says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And, the Old Testament writer probably didn't even know how true that was.
I'm telling you.
And so when you can supplement the cells with what God put in your body to begin with, your brain is smart and knows what to do with them, and it dispatches these little soldiers anywhere in your body where the battle's raging or where your defenses need to be fortified. So best thing you can do, you don't have to understand it. It works if you don't understand it at all.
Right.
Most people don't understand it, and it still works. I used to be intimidated by that, so I talked to a neurosurgeon one time. He said, half of what we do in neurosurgery, we don't even know how it works. So if
Right.
they can't know how all that works, who needs to understand redox molecules?
Right.
Your brain knows what to do. This is, when you put a juice or a vitamin, and they're all great, your body doesn't make blueberries, pomegranates, tomatoes, or anything like that. What's in this bottle, your body makes. It just doesn't make enough of it anymore. And so it's beyond natural. It's native. And so when you put this in your body, good things begin to happen. And when you start spreading the word, then the company just insists on paying you for that, because rather than spend the millions of dollars that they would spend in marketing and advertising, they just channel that revenue back to the field, to the people who generate the business for them. So half of what they make goes back to the field. So you could be their next radio station, TV station, newspaper, and when you tell somebody and they get connected to the company, they tell somebody else, the ripple effect of that goes around the world. And you get paid for the ripple effect of the product consumption. And so every Friday, you get a little email that says this is how much going in your bank account today. And much of it over time will come from people that you'll never meet. You may meet some of them, but we've got people in our business from 35 countries, and we don't know a lot of them.
35 countries.
We get a little thank you check every Friday. And we're blessed, and we're blessed to be a blessing. And so if you're looking for a way to generate revenue, to create finances so you can live your life on purpose the way you want to live it, this is an amazing, amazing business opportunity.
Thank you for even coming and talking to us with this meeting and all that. That's a lot of information in just a short few minutes.
All right.
Yes, sir.